Hi everyone, 안녕하세요. This is Ava from Glow with Ava and welcome to my best of 2021 skincare picks. I always love doing this annual roundup because it allows me to reflect back on the year and the new skincare that I tried throughout the year, looking back at my posts, my videos, and seeing what really left a lasting impression on me. So as always, every year I do this with the new skincare that I tried throughout the year. So this isn't going to be like the holy grails of like my life, but the new products that I tried this year and I really liked and kept reaching for. So I tried to pick a few from each different skincare category and left it to 20 items that I really truly loved. So with that, let's start with our best of 2021 skincare picks. We have to start with cleansing, and you guys know I always have to double cleanse. No matter how late I come back home, no matter how drunk I am always going to be there to double cleanse my face. So I typically love my cleansing balms or cleansing oils, as you know. This year though, there was one that really left a lasting impression on me, and it is this cleansing balm in a tube form. Have you ever seen a cleansing balm in a tube form? I haven't, and it makes my life so much easier. I don't know why a lot more doesn't exist, but the texture of this is exactly like that of a cleansing balm, and it's of course by one of my favorite brands, Paula's Choice. It's part of the omega-3 line, which they've already launched their serum and moisturizer last year, and this year they launched this, and it completely melts away your makeup. Even the most stubborn waterproof makeup, it will wash away as the very first cleanse. And it's not like an oil where it's going to get all over your face while washing it. It makes a very clean residue, doesn't irritate your eyes. I rub it like all over my eyes and it's still completely fine. So if you're looking for something that can really gently but effectively remove your makeup, stingy makeup, sunscreen, all of that, I really want to recommend this one. It also adds back the omega-3, 6, and 9 back to your skin to really hydrate your skin at the same time. So after I go in with the base first cleanse, then I go in with my second cleanse, and usually I go in with my milky cleansers, foaming cleansers, or gel cleansers. You guys know milky cleansers tend to be my favorite. So one milky cleanser that I really liked is this one from Tata Harper. As you can see, I'm like almost out of this one. This is part of their new super kind line that was launched this year, and it's their line that is formulated specifically for people with very sensitive skin. So when Tata Harper first told me that they were going to launch this, I was beyond excited. I was waiting and waiting until this finally launched, and it did not disappoint. So they have a full line of products, but one that I kept using and using, especially when they first launched, was this cleanser, because that was when I was, going through, my sty, my sensitive skin. It was just when I didn't want to put anything on my face. I wasn't really wearing makeup, so this was the perfect cleanser for me to use just to cleanse away my sunscreen. But if you are wearing makeup, you can't use this to expect that this is going to cleanse away your makeup, right? This is purely a very gentle form of second cleanser. So sometimes if you're wearing a lot of makeup, even this won't do, in my opinion. So this is perfect when you're just wearing light makeup and sunscreen, but really want to make sure you're getting the emollients in while you're hydrating and cleansing your skin. So this is kind of like an everyday cleanser for you, but on days when you want to give a little bit more exfoliation while you cleanse, then I recommend the Inkey Salicylic Acid Cleanser. I'm cheating here because I did actually try this way before last year, but I feel like I never really introduced this in my video, but this is such a staple in my routine and my husband's routine, so I wanted to give this as an alternative, more affordable option for you. This is a salicylic acid cleanser, so you're not going to be using this every single day, but I'm going to use it like 2 to 3 times a week depending on how my skin is reacting. But especially for like my husband who doesn't want to go in with extra steps, extra exfoliation, this is like the perfect one that I just hand to him, and it will allow him to sweep away his blackheads in a very gentle form. It's not stingy or anything. I just feel like salicylic acid is such an amazing acid form, whether you want to cleanse your skin or exfoliate. And it's so funny. It's come to the point where, you know, my husband will always ask, does that have salicylic acid? Does that have salicylic acid? Because he loves the ingredient now, and it's because of this cleanser that I first introduced him to. So those are the 3 cleansers I have for you. Now we're going to move on to the essence and toner category. And for essences, there is a lot of, you know, controversy around if you need an essence or not. For me, I really grew up with the knowledge of that you need an essence. So for example, my mom always went in with the Holistic First Year Activating Serum because she really believed in that a powerful essence can really change your routine because it will lay the groundwork for your next skincare steps to come. So that's why for me, I love that serum. I love the SK2, the Tata essence that allows my skincare to penetrate deeper, right? So besides those essences, there is one that really caught my eye, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it at first, and it is this active treatment essence from Vintner Starter. It is definitely much more of a pricey product compared to any other products I'm going to be talking about, but I learned, dig deep into why is it so expensive? What is the process behind this? What is the science behind this? So they actually have 22 very carefully curated ingredients in this one, and it's not just like any other skincare product where they slap on, you know 0.1% of each ingredient and put it on the label and call it a day. There's a difference between the marketing aspect of this and the efficacy aspect, right? So this is truly the kind of skincare product that puts efficacy on top of the marketing. So each of the 22 ingredients in this is very carefully put in so that each ingredient is actually doing something for different parts of your skin condition. And besides that, to make all of the 22 ingredients work, they go through a very tedious process of a total of 5 weeks to perfect this essence. And that's why this is just like a powerhouse of antioxidants for your skin. And the last 2 weeks of the process is to ferment it to make sure the ingredient is at its maximum potency so that when you do actually apply it, it is going to do its job. After using this, I saw such a big difference in my skin to the point where I was like, wow, this essence kind of is really worth the money. And the biggest improvement I saw personally with this was the texture of my skin. I no longer had the very like rough patches that you can kind of just like feel on your skin. With this essence, I got to a level where when I touched my face, I was like, wow, is this really my skin right now? Even if it was sensitive and sensitized, my skin was still very soft, and I even felt like because of some of the lactic acid and acids in this, it helped with the bacteria that was growing on my skin and even helped to prevent a lot of acne from growing. Then after you go in with that, we'll go in with another toner. So because this essence is not the super hydrating type, it's more of like a watery texture that you just want to gently tap into your skin and pat it dry. Then you want to go in with something that is definitely more hydrating with different kinds of hyaluronic acid. And that's why I go in with this skin toner from Enough Project. Completely new brand to me. I think even they launched this year, but they are part of the Amore Pacific family and very minimalist ingredients that they use in here. And it's to the point where they only use like specific like mini molecular hyaluronic acid to help the hydration go penetrate deeper into the skin. I love the scent of their whole line too. It was just like a toner that I kept reaching for, and it's hard to find a toner these days that I'm like completely wowed by because I've tested so many, and I do have my holy grail toners, right? But this one is definitely going in my holy grail rotation going forward. Now we move on to serums, but I do have a product that lies in between the toner and serum category, and it is this Radiance Ampoule from TROIAREUKE. I just want to say that TROIAREUKE is a brand that is very much founded in the science, the formulas and the ingredients that are fully backed up. But even with such stellar formulas, the price point isn't as crazy as you would think. And also I want to say that I really truly love every single product I tried from them, but I did want to pick this one out especially for my best of skincare 2021 picks because it was innovative. It's a product that I haven't tried before either, and something that I kept using in my daily routine too. So this is an ampoule, but it is in a mist form. So typically when you think of ampoule, it's like a very like highly concentrated, even like more thicker than a serum. This one has the same power of an ampoule and deeply targeting certain parts of your skin, but it comes in the most lightweight mist form. So you can even use this like kind of throughout the day. You can even use it on your scalp too when it feels a little like itchy and dry. So I've been using it kind of like all parts of my body. You can use it after you shower as like a body mist too. Very, very convenient. And I got back from the most wonderful trip in Korea this week. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you guys know I had the best time. And one of the spas I went to was the TROIAREUKE spa in Korea. And I have to say, I've gone to many, many facials. This was one of the best I've ever been to. It was the most holistic experience. So I do have more videos on TikTok and Instagram about my experience, and I plan to do a lot more because I still have footage from that experience. So check that out. I learned so much from it, and it wasn't just like slapping on skincare products, but I really sat down and got to talk about my lifestyle, my eating habits, my exercise, the climate I live in, and understand what is, impacting my skin condition and how do I go and repair it and maintain that good skin condition. So going off of that philosophy, this is an ampoule that helps to maintain your skin condition by always hydrating it. I just feel like in Korean skincare, it is all about hydrating so that you don't get the bacteria and the acne and pimples. While as I feel like in the Western world, there is a lot of big focus on using acids and like stronger components. For me, that is still a little bit foreign to me. When I'm breaking out, I am just slapping on moisturizer, always misting with this kind of ampoule. So it very much sticks to my philosophy when it comes to skincare, so it is deep to my heart. I swear I wanted to keep this video short, but we still have like 15 more items to go. I promise I'll try to keep it short, guys. But with that, let's move on to my serum category. And with my serums, I was thinking of like, how do I differentiate these serums? Like, it's a serum, but they're so different to me, and the best analogy I could think of was to compare them to different kinds of sushi. So first one I want to mention is the L'Oreal Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This one has 1.5% pure hyaluronic acid, and even with the 1.5%, they have two different kinds of molecules of hyaluronic acid. So one is 0.5, one is like 1% that has different molecular weights to help the absorption level vary. And with that, what you're getting is pure hyaluronic acid that seeps really wonderfully on the skin and no stickiness at all whatsoever, and it's going to give you that like kind of plump jello skin. So out of all the hyaluronic acid serums I've tried, I feel like this one is the best bang for your buck. Also, if you're new to serums in general or hyaluronic acid, this is one entry product that I definitely want to recommend to you guys. It's so easy to use. You can use it on its own. Sometimes because it's so hydrating, you can even skip your toner or moisturizer and just layer this on, and because of how it wonderfully glides on, your makeup will also just glide on and just add to that glazed donut look. So with that, because this is like a very common kind of serum but gives you really much satisfaction, I'm gonna call this the salmon of the sushi world. Next one is the Cocokind Ceramide Barrier Serum, and I just want to say congrats to Cocokind, the founder Priscilla. I personally know her, on all their efforts into really making sure quality ingredients are going into each formula, and the transparency that Cocokind as a brand brings to their consumers with their product, the product packaging, the shipping, just everything in general. I am so proud of them. Anyways, going back to this serum launched sometime in the spring or summer, I believe, and I've been fully enjoying it. So if L'Oreal hyaluronic acid was just like a pure hyaluronic acid serum, this one has more of like, I don't know how to say, more of like a silkier, velvety finish than the L'Oreal hyaluronic acid serum, because it does have 5 different kinds of ceramides. It's got the squalene to deeply hydrate. It's got lactic acid. It's just like a stunning ingredient list in general. It's formulated definitely for those with sensitive skin. That's another thing I love about the brand. Almost all skin types can use this without some kind of irritation. And because of the ceramides that are included in this, not only is it hydrating, but it also helps to protect your skin barrier. And by protecting it and building that layer over it, it is preventing some like outside bad forces from penetrating into your skin. And that is why I always say building a very healthy, hydrated barrier is more important to anything. And if you're looking for that kind of, barrier blocking serum, then this one is for you. So I want to say this one is the fatty tuna of the sashimi world. Next one is the Farmacy Feeling Good Serum, and I feel like I haven't talked enough about the serum this year, but I'm almost out of it, and that just speaks volume to how much I like a certain product, because with my job it is very hard for me to actually finish an entire skincare bottle unless I truly love it. And this one, I feel like I had a love-hate relationship, because in the beginning when I first tried it, I was like, oh my god, this is a honey serum. What? Why does it smell like this? But it's because they have like the most potent form of honey in this, and you guys know I just can't resist a good honey product, and this one really does it. And I love this because beyond just hyaluronic acid serum in it, it's got the power trio of honey, propolis, and royal jelly in it, and that just makes this such a stunning product. And also on top of that, it has encapsulated thyme extract, which is the star product here for helping to smoothen out your deep fine lines. So if the L'Oreal Hyaluronic Acid Serum was kind of like more of an entry product, anyone can use it. I feel like this is suited more for those with mature skin, so maybe like 30s and up, where you start to see more fine lines developing or existing deep fine lines. This is going to be the serum that you want to use to really definitely smoothen out some of the existing laugh lines or forehead lines, all of that stuff. And what I like to do is, after putting this on over my face, I like to do my own facial massage, especially focusing on like my laugh lines, and it's got the most beautiful texture. And as I said, the scent definitely bugs you in the beginning, but once you start using it, I swear the scent goes away in like 5 seconds, and you won't even smell it, and you'll only start to think about how great it is for your skin and hydrating it. So definitely give this a try if you want. And in the sashimi world, I would say this is more of like the scallop, but I'll call it like the butter scallops just because of how creamy and nice this one is. Next, we have the Lift Fluid from Chanel. I feel like I've never introduced like a Chanel skincare to you in one of my best of series, but this one deserves to be in it. I am so wowed by the fact that this serum is so effective at kind of like blurring out your pores. It is the perfect serum to use before makeup, especially if you want to be camera ready or you're going to be up close to someone before a date. Use this one because not only does it smell fantastic, it's got that classic Chanel scent, but I like to focus it around like my nose area, and it completely blurs it out, mattifies your skin in the most luxurious way. So I typically, obviously I like the dewy, plump skin. With this one, you still get that radiant finish, but it's a radiant matte, if you know what I mean. And after applying this kind of like over your face and neck, then you apply foundation. And I feel like sometimes after using this, I don't even need like a makeup brush because it just like glides on so smoothly. You can target using this on different parts of your face according to where you want to concentrate that more, or you can use it all over your face depending on your preference. But with this one, this is such a gem. I feel like not a lot of people know about it too, but when you use it, you are just so addicted to it. So I would call this the yellowtail of the sushi world. Okay, we have one last serum left, and I saved one of the best for the last, and it is the SkinCeuticals Serum Serum. I have no idea what I was doing this long by not trying this serum until 2021. I feel a little ashamed saying this as a skincare like influencer and having not tried the holy grail of the vitamin C serums, but I think at first I was a little hesitant because I personally am extremely sensitive to most vitamin C serums. There's like only a handful that I can use, and once I find one that I like, I kind of just stick to it, and that's just all I've been doing throughout the years. Finally got this gifted by the brand, and wow, First of all, my skin did not react one bit, but when it comes to a vitamin C serum, the reason this one is this expensive and so effective is because not only does it have vitamin C, it's also got vitamin E and it has ferulic acid. When the three ingredients meet, this is a trio that you can't fight with any other product out there. And then on top of that, layer SPF. This trio is going to make your SPF probably 50 times more effective than if you just wore your SPF without these three on hand. And this one, I like to just like apply it, pat, 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 pat. Similar method to like the Vintner's Daughter essence, where you just want to like make sure all the goodness is deeply seeped into your skin without kind of like rubbing it all over. My skin is so much brighter when I use this. It's not going to give you like a dewy glow like some of the other plumping serums. This is not plumping, but this one will help with, you know, stubborn dullness, discoloration that you have on your skin. So before a day out in the sun, highly recommend you use this consistently, put on a ton of SPF, and you're gonna really see results with this one. So SkinCeuticals, I love you. And the form of vitamin C that you use in here is in the most pure form, L-ascorbic acid. If my skin didn't react to this serum, then I assure your skin won't either. And speaking of SkinCeuticals, let's move on to the next category, which is eye cream, and it is this Age Eye Complex. New eye cream that I tried this year, and I will say this is my top 3 eye creams of all time, period. This is the only eye cream that I keep reaching for, especially at nighttime. It has the most creamy, velvety finish, and I love doing my facial eye massages with this cream. And I don't know what this eye cream is doing, but I feel like I've always suffered from like really puffy eyes, especially when I wake up. But on days after I use this at nighttime and do my little massage, I don't really wake up to like puffy eyes anymore. It's very rare that I wake up with super puffy eyes. And I just have to attribute that to this eye cream. And the look of the dark circles is definitely more diminished the morning after I use this eye cream, a good amount. This one has never ever given me any kind of milia. It applies well under makeup, it glides on. And there's a reason I don't talk about eye creams as much, because not that many eye creams impress me. This one just completely made it to my holy grail list, okay? Then, if I use that one at nighttime, there is an eye cream that I love using in the morning time, and it is this one from Origins. So this is their newly formulated Origins Ginseng Eye Cream in a tinted form. They previously had this eye cream, which I actually did not really like. Tried this one, and I don't know what they did with the formula. It is a completely different kind of texture, formula, and it glides on so beautifully. This is perfect for days when you woke up late, have to go straight into a Zoom meeting, but don't have time to put on makeup or concealer. Put on this eye cream because it's still going to give you that luminous tint and conceal away your dark circles in the most beautiful way. No one will ever know that you actually have a little bit of a tint on. After that, you can put on some concealer if you want, but on lazy days, I love just going with this eye cream, some sunscreen, go outside, do my thing, and come back. Last eye category is this eyelid lift serum from Perricone. Before I saw it, I was like, really? Do I really need another eyelid serum? It's kind of like where people are like, you need this, right? Probably what people thought when the eye cream was first launched, when they were like, I can just use my moisturizer for my eye cream. But there is a purpose behind each product, and I feel like this one, I was a little skeptical at first, but once I started using it, I've fallen in love with it. And also this has given me the habit of actually applying my, you know, serums or eye creams on top of my lid, because there's a very few eye creams that I feel comfortable just completely putting over my lids without making it kind of like look heavy on my skin or like kind of clump up, especially for my hooded eyes. With this serum, because it's got such a lightweight texture, I just like apply a little layer on top of my eyelids and give it a little nice massage morning and nighttime, and it really does make a difference, especially if you have some like creases going on, like that goes from your top of your lids down to the outside. Put this over, glide over a few times, and it's going to make a difference. Okay, eye creams are done, and now let's move on to moisturizer. I don't have that many moisturizers for you guys because I just stick to the ones that I really love. Do have one though. This is from Skin Lab. It's a Korean company, a very underrated company in my opinion, and they came out with this new vitamin B hydrating cream. So this is a vitamin B5 cream, but also has a vitamin C in it and panthenol. So panthenol, as you know, is an amazing ingredient to help with, you know, acne prone skin, sensitive skin. And the way this is formulated, it actually has like the vitamins encapsulated in these little gems, and as you put it out and like spread it out, these little particles literally pop and melt into your skin, and that little thing has like little really powerful ampoules of hyaluronic acid in it. So as you spread out, it's going to pop the hydration out. And I kid you not, compared to how lightweight this is, this feels completely weightless. The hydration you're going to get is actually going to last you all day long. That's all I have to say. Then at nighttime, I like to go in with this Even Skin correcting cream from Revive. Revive is another brand that I really adore. I got to meet the founders this summer and got to listen to their story, the science that goes behind each formula. Very, very impressed by their story. And I just want to say this one is my favorite product out of all Revive products. And also with most skincare, I always say you're not going to see like overnight results. You have to be consistent. Yes, of course that is true, but this one is a little bit of an exception because every single time I use this, I see an instant change overnight. And I see the difference on days I use this and on days when I don't use this. I know this is like an even tone skin cream that helps with dark spots, but because of all the fantastic, lovely ingredients that are in this, overnight it really does some kind of magic to the point where the next morning I wake up and look in my face and I'm like, wow, you look good. That never happens. Every morning I'm like, oh my God, who is that? After this one, I'm like, wow, what happened? What happened overnight? I look great. That's the kind of cream that this does for your skin. It's to a point where I'm like, I can't live without it. This also has retinol in a way that's not going to irritate your skin. If you're scared of using straight up retinol, use it in a cream that has a little bit of retinol already infused in it. That's not going to irritate your skin. Speaking of retinol though, I do have another retinol cream that I've been liking. Just like vitamin C, retinol, I don't use that much. You probably never really hear me talking about retinol as much, and I like to be very intentional with it, and like seasons I use it too because it can get a little bit drying for me, it can get flaky. This one is a medical grade retinol cream from Obagi, and it's a retexturizing cream that you just put a little dollop of it and kind of like put it in like dots over your face and mix it with your moisturizer, right? So this usually is like comes after I apply my serum, or I either mix it in with my moisturizer to use it about like 4 times a week only at nighttime. But sometimes in the summertime I just won't even use a retinol, but this is the one retinol that I really saw a difference with. And even with my pores, I kind of apply it over my nose. It helps to retexturize the pores. If I apply it over my pimples, it also helps with that too. So this is something that really helps to overall even out my skin tone too. Then after that, if I really want to hydrate my skin, then I'll go in with an oil. I only have one oil for you guys, and this is the Donginbi Oil. It's a Korean ginseng oil, red ginseng oil in this luxurious packaging, and probably made it to my best oils of all time. Donginbi is a brand that was founded out of one of the most popular ginseng companies in Korea, Jeongwanjeong, and they came up with a new skincare line to use the same ginseng that is formulated in the pure ginseng extract that they sell in Korea. My mom and I first bought their products when we were in Korea last summer, and since then we've been very impressed. This oil has a kind of like oily texture that you're not going to get with any other oils. A lot of times oils leave a sticky residue on my fingers. I have to like wash my hands after using it. You won't get that with this at all. It is the perfect oil to layer on over your moisturizer, perfect oil to do your facial massages with, and also has that like medicinal herbal scent that I feel like it's just like healing my skin overall. We have the Rescue Balm from Hero Cosmetics. You guys have probably heard me talking about this so many times, but this is one of the best post-pimple cream that I use. I only apply it in dots over my post-acne scars, and this really helps with the post-recovery process very, very much so. I see a difference on places I use this cream and on days when I don't use this cream. Last one is a neck cream from Dermalogica. This is a neck contour cream, so as you can see, it has like this like cooling thing that you just apply over your neck. And I know you can use your separate neck creams, or you can even use your moisturizer over your neck area, but I think this is just like a good entry product for people who aren't really used to applying moisturizer under your neck. It took me a while to remember, okay, like, you know, the skin goes beyond down to your chin. So when you have a product like this one where it literally is a neck contour cream, I think that's going to help people remember, okay, actually I need to take care of my neck too. And you know, it's sometimes like really annoying to like do your own neck massages, but when you have a one that actually has amazing ingredients infused in it and it's just easy like that, you can do it while watching your Netflix shows. I started using it consistently for like a month and I really saw a difference in it improving my neck and the lines I had in my neck over the 4-week period. Okay, I think that is it for all my 20 best of skincare 2021 items. Thank you so much, every one of you, for being part of my Jello skin journey all of this year. I'm also hosting with surprise and delight giveaways on my Instagram if you go there, so make sure to follow me there on Glow with Ava as well as TikTok. Stay tuned for my other best of 2021 series, and until then, I will see you guys in the new year. Bye guys!